over here by Hawaii. Right now, it's a 9% chance of development in 7 days, 3% now in 2 days. The National Hurricane Center right now has it 50%, 2 days, 9%, 7 days. Right now, it's very broad, very disorganized. However, the models show it moving towards the Hawaiian Islands. If we take a look at tropical tidbits, refresh it. Satellite image hasn't shown up yet, but the GEFS tracks are taking it right over the Hawaiian Islands. This will bring tropical storm to likely hurricane force winds across the Big Island and tropical storm force winds on other islands. The EPS ensembles show it hitting Hawaii as more of a moderate to high-end tropical storm. There'll be heavy rain and high winds from this. If you look at the forecast models and go to HAFSA, go to Invest 93C, it forms up really quickly, deepens quickly enough, and then nears the islands as a low-end hurricane before making landfall. If you look at the lower dynamics and look at the winds, right now it shows it making landfall as a minimal hurricane, but this would be a historic storm for Hawaii because a hurricane has not hit there in a very, very long time. This is just one model. The HAVS-B shows it weakening somewhat, but still making landfall but still approaching the islands as a 70-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Okay, pull up satellite and scroll right over here. This is the wave that gets most of the attention. If I zoom in, there is a weak level circulation building right over here. Cloud tops are fairly cold as well, so there's good outflow. There's this other tropical wave that could form, and it will move further to the north and thus stay far away from Hawaii. If we pull up windy, and I zoom it out, our disturbance is right over here. Shows it, the CMWF shows it quickly forming, becoming a 1,000 millibar tropical storm in 2 days, quickly speeding towards the Hawaiian Islands. Coming closer and still strengthening, winds of 50 miles per hour, hurricane force gusts, and then finally making landfall, bringing 85-mile-per-hour wind gusts to Maui Island and hurricane and stronger winds offshore. This specific model shows 50-mile-per-hour winds for the max, but it certainly could be stronger. Then after that, it shows it passing through, bringing strong winds and high rain to Honolulu before finally going out and moving and going into the Western Pacific and strengthening. But this is just one model. The GFS has it strengthening at a rapid clip. Another tropical wave over here. Approaching the islands, but moving slightly farther to the north, but still bringing tropical storm force winds and heavy rain to Hawaii. The icon model isn't like a model has it weakening, which would be a better scenario, but still has it rushing the islands with as a tropical storm with strong wind gusts about the storm force along the other islands. For the Atlantic, though, there are three tropical waves that are being monitored right now. This first one has a 20% chance of formation in 2 days. Formation chance in 7 days is medium. The second tropical wave, not as much. Upper level winds should tear it apart fairly quickly. This last one could form, but it's very disorganized. If I move all over here, this is the wave right over here. There's some decent thunderstorm activity near its center, but there are upper level winds aloft that should keep it fairly weak. Here's the other tropical wave that's closer to the Lesser Antilles. It has some convection, but not too much. However, this wave has stronger convection. Cloud tops are bubbling up. Still very disorganized, not that much of a low level center. There is like a little bit of tilt, but right now not that much. The ECMWF shows it quickly consolidating over the next few days, becoming a tropical depression or tropical storm on Friday, and then becoming a fairly strong 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm on Saturday with hurricane force wind gusts before it abruptly weakens and then it gets pulled up to the north. There's this trough up here that catches it and swings it by. Likewise, thus the system should not affect land. After that, not much. However, for the Eastern Pacific, activity is still going to be there, but this isn't a very long range. By tomorrow, this tropical wave's chances for development should be up to 70% in the next week if these convective clouds hold together and some banding starts to form. Across the Caribbean, there isn't much to see. A lot of dry air aloft has mainly squelched the convective activity. There are a few thunderstorms by Jamaica, a lot more in the Gulf, some heavy rain by Texas, some powerful thunderstorms by the Carolinas. Okay, so the main topics for today. The tropical disturbance could impact Hawaii. I'll give you more updates on this. It could potentially become a hurricane in 5 days or so, brushing by the south or the north, or even directly over Hawaii, and then going out into the Western Pacific and possibly re-strengthening again. I'll make more videos. I will not slack anymore. And also, there are 3 storms in the Western Pacific right now. There's a tropical depression over here, tropical depression Pelu over here as well. It strengthened into a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm yesterday. Tropical storm Chan Home is affecting Japan, and then we have the remnants of Typhoon Dolphin. This storm made landfall yesterday in China, so quite a rare occurrence. 3 main topics for today are that the tropics are heating up. People need to be aware, and remember, The Lord is above all. He'll protect you through the storms. He'll guide you. Remember that. Thank you for watching.